family setting. You know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
We are back here at Palm Springs Stadium. Welcome on in, everybody. And we've got Tyler Crawford on the mound, ready to take on this lineup. Diego Deventhal batting first, Jack Guevara, then Evan Furchewy, then Grant Honinger, Miles Mino, Mitch Nelson, and Cam Ingberg, the middle of the lineup. Bennett Johnson and Robbie Fintland round out the bottom of this Alameda Anchors lineup. 14-3 coming into the game, and the first pitch is on the ground, down to short. And the throw down to first is in time. Nice 6-3 put out by Ramon Valenzuela on the first pitch of the game.
Yeah, Bucks, that's what we're talking about. Power defense being on their A game and first pitch hacking. It looks like a smooth, easy play as it wasn't hit that hard, but it's more difficult than it looks. Nice play there from Valenzuela.
Valenzuela and Banning will beat up the middle, trying to turn two tonight on the corners for the Power. It's Alex Hasso manning first. Caden Richards, as always, at third base. First pitch to the number 2 batter, Jack Guevara, goes right up the middle, skips off the mound, and first pitch swinging so far the theme for this Anchors lineup. Guevara on first after a single.
Yeah, Bucks, it looks like Anchors are coming out here aggressive tonight. Not normally do you see the leadoff man get retired in one pitch and the second guy come up to bat and hack first pitch as well. So a little surprising there, but that's the energy the Anchors are coming with tonight.
Now it's their number 3 batter, Evan Furchewy, who takes strike one. So far, nothing but strikes out of the arm of Tyler Crawford. Ethan, we talked about it in the pregame. We've talked about it a couple times today. This is a guy who the Power and really everyone involved with this complex is excited about. Between him and his brother Connor, they're two really polished young arms. And Tyler specifically, after this 0-2 pitch, is swung on and missed. He gets his first strikeout. It's the fact that we've seen stuff like this. He comes out firing almost nothing but strikes, and it feels like the moment is never too big for him.
Yeah, and already in this game, 5 pitches, 5 strikes that we've seen out of Crawford. And Crawford coming in this game, ERA just below 2.
First pitch in the dirt. It skips away from Brett Williams, and Guevara takes second.
Yeah, Crawford 14 innings on the season, 5 runs, just 3 of those earned, and 15 punch-outs to 3 walks. So that's a good walk-strikeout ratio there for tonight's starter for the Power.
Crawford's next pitch out of the zone. It's 2-0. Tyler Crawford, again, hasn't been with the Power for very long, only a couple of appearances as that one's fouled off, but he has made his time count so far. He's one of the brightest young arms who plays consistently in the PSCL, but at nights he's made his time worth it here. Again, you mentioned that minuscule 1.93 ERA, but most impressive, again, his last outing against the Inland Valley Bucks, as that one misses, it's 3-1. Against the Inland Valley Bucks, 5 innings, just 4 hits, 1 unearned run, and 10 strikeouts. 3-1 pitch, called strike 2, so the count is full now. But this is his 5th appearance. He's played against the Inland Valley teams 3 of 4 times, and his first appearance was 5 innings against the San Diego Bombers. Payoff pitch. Outside, and a full count walk with 2 outs extends the inning.
Yeah, that's not what you want to see there from Crawford. Hopefully looking to get out of this and don't want to continue to prolong the inning there, but falls behind and ends up losing Honinger.
Now it's Miles Mina.
I think when Crawford has been tagged, it's been early.
And he gets tagged right there, a ball to left field, but that should be no big deal as Owen Michelson settles under, and we're through the top of the first. 2 reach, but Crawford strands a pair. No score going to the bottom.
The Management Trust is a 100% employee-owned company. Every employee has a vested interest in providing memorable experiences to every homeowner and board members of HOAs. It's a very powerful thing. No homeowners association is too small or too large for us to manage. From community maintenance services to customized absentee home care, the Management Trust provides just about every service any homeowner could ask for.
Hi, I'm Damien with the Management Trust. We're a community management built differently for your homeowners association. To find out how, give me a call.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Quality first is quite a philosophy to live by. But world-class ingredients are the foundation of great meals. And we wouldn't have it any other way. At Kaiser Grill in downtown Palm Springs, we believe you deserve the best. So whether it's dinner for 2 or a celebration with 200 friends, quality is our promise to you. Because quality is king. Quality is Kaiser.
Welcome back. Bottom of the first inning here. Owen Michelson leads things off against Maceo Rose for the Alameda Merchants. Ethan Oliveris to my right. I'm Stephen Buxton. Thanks for joining us here on a beautiful night as we prepare for not only the final stretch of this season, but the 4th of July All-Star game here on Saturday as Owen Michelson takes ball 1 upstairs. Ethan Michelson's been one of the hottest bats, especially since he came back to the Power. He missed a couple of weeks with a nagging injury, but since he's been back, he hasn't had a game without a hit.
Yeah, and he's looking to extend that here, and you see why this guy's in the leadoff spot. We saw a little bit of him in the leadoff spot before he got injured, but then injury happened. He came back, wasn't in the leadoff spot, then quickly was back to himself, so he got the bump back up. And he's a guy, like you mentioned, gets on base at least once every game.
Rose with a 1-1 count, fires a fastball off the plate. It's 2-1. And you mentioned that expeditious rise from the bottom, not the bottom, but lower in the lineup.
Yeah.
He came back his first game. He was either batting 5th or 6th, but since then you've seen his name go up spot by spot, and now he's almost become a fixture in the top, at bare minimum 1 or 2, sometimes 3 in that lineup. And right now he's ahead in a 3-1 count.
Yeah, he's been working good too. The guys behind him in the 3 spot and 4 spot, Williams and Richards, and those are your big RBI guys.
3-1 pitch, a check swing, and they're going to say that was a called strike in the first place. So full count now on the leadoff man, Owen Michelson. And after Michelson, the power lineup looks like this. Jaden Sanchez, Brett Williams, Caden Richards the next 3. That pitch is out of the zone, so a 6-pitch walk starts the day for the power. Michelson to first. Now it's Jaden Sanchez. After Richards, it'll be Trevor Banning. Alex Hasso, Matthew McConte, and Amari Conley will be batting 6 through 8, and Ramon Valenzuela rounds it out at the 9 spot.
Yeah, I don't see too often power going with any sack bunts or trying to bunt for a hit, but we wouldn't mind it here, to be honest.
And Jaden Sanchez on the very first pitch takes one up and in, and he's going to take first base the painful way. A couple of free passes out of the hand of Maceo Rose, and we're on the 3-batter, Brett Williams.
Yeah, and hopefully if you're Maceo Rose, that walk and the hit by pitch doesn't come back to haunt you, because like I mentioned, the big boys are now behind these 2 guys. It's Williams and Richards on deck, so these are the guys that really pack a punch.
Rose is uncommitted so far, but him and this entire team, one of the more formidable opponents the Power should face this season. And he's going to step off before he sees a scorching hot Brett Williams. Ethan, this is a team that played a team in the Redwoods up north to start their season. They lost 3 in a row, but since then, no one's knocked them off. 14-3 they come into this contest. It's a young team. It's a team in its first year in its league. And right now setting the standard for winning. And who better to test them than the Palm Springs Power?
Exactly, and they got to come here to Palm Springs Stadium where they're absolutely dominant.
0-1 pitch is below the zone. 1-1 to Brett Williams. Williams got the break on Saturday. He was not the starter against the SoCal Mavericks, but it was only a matter of time until his bat got in there. In a tie game, they pinch hit for him in the 6th, and he fouls that off. It's 1-2. Pinch hit in the 6th. He ripped a double down the line later in the game, and that continued what has been a torrent start to his season. 460 batting average coming in, getting on at a 525 clip, and OPS well above 1,200. 1-2 pitch. Williams watches down low, 2-2.
And Williams, a guy, too, that has a great eye, not really going up there. You don't want to say he's not an aggressive hitter, but a guy that's willing to get behind in the count, is comfortable behind the count, can do damage no matter what situation he's in.
2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, 2 on for Brett Williams. That one's tattooed into right field.
Get going.
Going back, and it's over the outfielder's head. Honinger picks that one off the warning track, and 1 run is gonna score. Owen Michelson, it's 1-0 Power.
And that's what I was saying before this at-bat. Maceo Rose better hope that walk and hit by pitch does not come back to haunt him, and it indeed does. And I mentioned, it doesn't matter what the count is. Williams more than comfortable. Nice approach there. Drive the ball the other way, and that one, as we know, Palm Springs Stadium at nighttime, that ball's going to ride towards the right field side.
So an RBI double for Brett Williams, scores Owen Michelson. Jaden Sanchez at third, and now Caden Richards, who has been able to sniff out an RBI pretty much whenever you ask. And right now watches a fastball for strike 1, top of the zone.
Yeah, Richards up to 17 RBIs on the season, also batting .321. And he could pick up a pair here with the base hit towards the outfield.
0-1 pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Off the bat of Brett Williams, 92 miles an hour, 364 down into right field. Honinger off the bat had no chance of getting that one. So Caden Richards, guy who's started so many Palm Springs rallies, swings through that pitch. It's 1-2.
Yeah, Richards has that same approach that Williams has as well. Drive the ball to the right side. The homers this year for Richards have been towards the right side. So you're looking at that approach here now. See the ball late, hits the right side, get a run home, and move the runner just 90 feet away.
Has hits in back-to-back games. His hitting streak was snapped against the California Halos last week, but right now he's already gotten back on that horse and trying to extend the hitting streak to 3. Ethan, after getting that streak snapped, his average has plummeted down to 321.
And we're talking about like that's a bad thing. That is still very awesome.
That ball skips away. It's a full count now. Here comes Jaden Sanchez. It's 2-0 Power. Brett Williams to third, and Power in business early in the first.
And I think that's what makes this team so good, Bucks. This Power team is when you make mistakes, they make you hurt for them. And that's what great teams do. They pick off your mistakes, and they make you pay.
Three and two pitch, and Richards swings through that. A strikeout for him, and we got one down in the first. Moves the line to Trevor Banning, and Ethan, if you're looking at guys who have a kind of odd statistical profile, Trevor Banning was on track for that until he just started skyrocketing that batting average. At one point, he was hitting right around 240, but almost all of his hits were for extra bases. And the first pitch he sees is called strike one. Still on track with a lot of extra base pops so far. Out of his 12 hits, a third of them are for at least 2.
And Bucks, let me give you a stat real quick. Richards has 20 games played, and he has 17 RBIs. Banning.
That ball skips away, and here comes Brett Williams. It is 3-0 Power.
Richards, like I was saying, 20 games, 17 RBIs. Trevor Banning has played in 9 games, and he also has 17 RBIs. So the stats itself are speaking for how well that Banning has been so far coming in and the pop that he's added to this lineup.
Well, he's played in 9 games, and if you take 3 of them out, he's got 14 RBIs in those contests, so that doesn't exactly hurt his case as he fouls that one off. It's 1-2 now. But you were right. When the guy's got runners in scoring position, it seems like he just always cashes in. Out of Santa Clara, the big lefty got his first pitching appearance on Saturday, a scoreless 9th inning. And here with the 1-2 pitch, chops that one down to second. Delvin Thal throws down to first, and we are through one. It's 3-0 Power. Apologies, I had the outs wrong. We're just going to ignore that, Ethan.
We're just getting started here, Bucks.
We're going to ignore it.
We're just getting started here.
It's okay.
That's what you love to see when you're already getting mixed up with the outs. The Power have a 3 spot. That's a good sign. You love these long innings from the Power. Gotta love it. As long as we're not the other way around, that's when it becomes a problem.
Don't tell Alex Hasso I was trying to skip his at bat. Hasso watches strike one.
This guy can swing it as well, though, Bucks. The same guy, double-digit RBIs, batting .348, OPS of .882.
It seems like just about everyone in this lineup who you point to, you can make an argument as one of the 3 or 4 best players on the team. And they've all got a different case for it, whether you're looking at a guy like Matthew Makata and his defensive versatility, his ability to be a switch hitter, or if you're looking at a guy like Alex Hasso, who always seems to come through in a big moment. The guys have been invaluable to this squad as the 0-2 pitch is outside. It's 1-2 now. But for Hasso, graduated out of Whittier. I saw him at a pro tryout out here on Sunday. Looked like he had a solid performance. I talked to him after. He said he was pretty happy about it. And that 1-2 pitch is just below the zone. Count evens at 2 now.
Well, the Anchors defense all thought that was strike 3. The whole infield heading towards the dugout there.
But for Hasso, his goal is to potentially go pro, and right now he's doing his best to put up that resume. 2-2 pitch. Below the zone, 3-2 now. Again, you said it, a .348 batting average, a .426 on base percentage. He's slugging .457. But you mentioned the most important number for him, those 10 RBIs so far. Payoff pitch on the ground to short. Furuichi's going to throw down to first. A hustling Hasso's beat out there. So now we're through one. And the Power on top, 3-0. We'll be right back after a break.
For 20 years, our family's mission has been simple. It all starts at Stuffed, where exceptional service meets bold flavors. Every crust, a masterpiece. Cocktails crafted to perfection, and an atmosphere that brings family and friends together. Stuffed pizza, dine-in or takeout. Savor and enjoy at our 2 locations. Quality, service, family legacy, it all starts at Stuffed.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
Monster Shakes, the best ice cream creations in the desert and only place in the world that serves all 10 flavors of Dole Soft Serve. The winner of the best soft serve and smoothies, home to the world's best date shake and other fun creations like ice cream nachos and the cotton candy burrito. For a limited time, come in and try your luck. Any soft serve that weighs exactly 16 ounces is free. Monster Shakes in Palm Springs and Cathedral City facing the Mary Pickford. Franchise opportunities available too. Monster Shakes, a delicious mess.
Top 2 in Palm Springs, 3-0 Power after a bang in the first. Mitch Nelson, Cam Ingberg, and Bennett Johnston, the first 3 due up for the Alameda Anchors. First pitch out of the hand of Tyler Crawford, 86 below the zone, ball 1.
And the Bucks right here is where these Power pitchers have just been so confident. I mentioned, the Power on a 4-game win streak.
1-0 pitch, popped high above the infield. Valenzuela comes in, and we've got 1 down.
Back to my point, Power on that 4-game win streak, 3 out of 4 of those games in double-digit runs, and the pitching I mentioned has been fantastic. And this is why the confidence they get every game of the run support they're getting from their offense.
And it feels like this is a Power team that, again, a big narrative of this season is the fact that they haven't had really almost any returners. They've got a couple, but not to the degree that they've had the last 3 years. So it's a new team. It's a lot of guys learning about the program as Cam Ingberg takes strike 1. And it feels like, especially over the last 2 weeks, as that's swung on for strike 2, this is a team that's started to find their own. And not just that, but started to really mesh together better and better every game. And the 0-2 pitch, check swing there, and it's a called strike 3. Second strikeout of the day for Tyler Crawford, and that one looking.
Well, there it is, Bucks. I mentioned that very tight slider that just pulls away from these right-handed hitters. They think it's the heater, and right there, Ingberg right there wanted to go. Didn't matter if he went anyways. It was strike 3.
With 2 outs, Bennett Johnston trying to extend this inning. Ball 1 in the dirt. But it hasn't just been the hitting or fielding specifically that's been something that's been improving over recent weeks, but the pitching especially, and that one's chopped in there down to Caden Richards. A strong throw down to first and a quick 1-2-3 inning for Tyler Crawford. Bottom 2 coming up, Mikate Conley and Valenzuela due up.
Think of the highest quality you can imagine. Now, think higher.
Thank you for calling the Sandwich Spot. Is this a sandwich emergency? It's a sandwich emergency!
Great sandwiches made with love. The Sandwich Spot. Love all, feed all. Located in downtown Palm Springs inside of the Henry Frank Arcade.
Jessup Auto Plaza has been proudly serving the Coachella Valley since 1938 as your trusted family-owned auto destination. Now, electrify your drive with the Valley's most extensive range of electric vehicles. Drive the Chevrolet Blazer, Equinox, Silverado, the powerful GMC Hummer, Sierra, and the distinctive Cadillac Lyriq. Silent power, bold performance. Electrify your drive. Jessup Auto Plaza. Since 1938, the EV brands you love, the family you trust.
Bottom of the second inning here at Palm Springs Stadium. Matthew Makate leading us off. It'll be Makate, Conley, and Ramon Valenzuela. First three due up.
Yeah, they haven't fully got Makate's full offense potential yet, just batting .269, if that is correct, on the season. But he does have 18 RBIs to show for it as well, so he's a run producer. But Makate, you mentioned earlier, is a switch hitting demon that can do it from both sides.
1-0 for Matthew Makate, pitched by Rose, called strike one. And you mentioned that switch hitting. It's really not just that, but the versatility for Matthew that's made him so valuable for the Power this season. He's a guy who can run the base as well. He's stolen 5 bags already, or he's stolen 3 bags. He doesn't strike out a lot. He's only struck out 5 times. He's ahead 2-1 now. But it's an ability to play all 3 outfield spots and play them well. And I feel that he's just a guy who really glues this lineup together.
And especially when you got him batting in the 7th spot. For his time at Whittier College, he was more always at the top half of the lineup. And at last year, he was the first team All-Sky D3 baseball, second team All-Region recognition, and male athlete of the year at Whittier College. So those are just some of the accolades he has.
Brushed off the plate there, and for the second inning in a row, the Power start with a walk. So Mari Conley with a runner on. And nobody out. A 3-0 lead over the Alameda Anchors.
Well, see here, Bucks, you're talking about the speed of Makate. We'll see if he takes off here. We know Casey Dill loves getting runners going on the base pass.
And Amari Conley, a guy who's started to heat up lately, hits in 2 of his last 3 games. And against the SoCal Mavericks, just had 2 at-bats, but had a hit and scored. 1-0 the count. Conley the DH for today's contest. Pitch from Rose, swung on and fouled off. 1-1 now.
Conley, a guy, too, that has been really, most of his outs have been getting pulled over and the rollover towards the right side. But if he can really unlock the whole part of the field and take the ball the other way, I think that would help as well. He's a fantastic athlete.
1-1 pitch. Bottom of the zone, called strike 2. And I almost feel like it might be sort of course correction for the last couple of days. He's starting to get some hits because he puts the ball in play a lot.
Put the ball in play, good things happen.
1-2 pitch. He fouls it off. We'll do it again.
Bucks right here on a 1-2 count. I think this is where you got to send Makate. You mentioned Conley not striking out a lot, puts the ball in play. Wouldn't be a bad time to get Makate moving.
He hasn't struck out a ton, and it feels like a lot of the season, again, it's been the ground balls for Amari Conley. So right now, if you can move a runner like Makate, and they do, and Conley fouls it off, so Makate is going to go back to first.
I think Casey Dill was listening to me right there, Bucks. He looked up in the booth. I gave him the quick sign, get the runner going.
You want me to text him right now?
Hey, you might have to tell him, keep that guy running there at first. Keep him going all night. Let's test the arms.
So you know what Ethan Oliveros wants to happen. On the 1-2 count, are they going to send Makate?
No.
Rose fires, Makate stays, and that pitch above the zone. Count even at 2. For the Power, 17-3, and it's been a season where not just one section of this team has carried them. In the past, there's been stretches where maybe the offense carries them. Maybe there's a dominant pitching performance. That one's fouled off. But right now, you almost can't necessarily point to one part of the team that has been the one that's been the reason for this run.
It's a unity type of game, Bucks, and this is a unity type of team that we're seeing breaking itself. And especially in the beginning, the early struggles that, Power was still winning those games, but we saw the struggles that, hey, if you guys keep playing like this could go down a wrong path. But since then, Bucks, they've been playing well as a team, and you see it at both ends too.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Amari Conley. Rose is going to check back at Makate, and he'll have to wait.
See, Bucks, even now they're worried about him at first. They know he's taking off. Sooner or later, he's got to go.
Someone go check if they've got our broadcast on in their dugout. 2-2 pitch from Rose. Down below the zone, counts full.
That's a great take there by Conley. And he battles all the way back now, count full. Bucks, if Makate ain't going here, I don't know what we're doing then. He's got to be moving.
He's had plenty of chances so far, and we're about to see the 9th pitch of the at-bat.
Take off.
But before that, he can't go anywhere. Rose is going to check on him. 3-2 again. Conley ready for the 9th pitch. The big righty, Rose set, kicks and fires. Down low and another walk.
That is a beautiful at-bat there from Conley.
The 4th free bag of the day for the Power. 3 walks and a batter hit by a pitch. So now Ramon Valenzuela coming up.
And we talk about it, Bucks, all the offensive damage that this team does, but they're very selective team that waits for their pitches, and when they get the pitch, they just don't miss. And this is how they set it up, the table, is they get runners in scoring position.
Ramon Valenzuela, he hasn't been here a long time, but he's really made his time count so far. Batting .500 so far through 3 games. And his first pitch, he'll offer at that, but fouled off.
And Bucks, Valenzuela, one of those guys as well. Only 3 games here, like you mentioned. He's at 10 ABs. He has 8 RBIs, which is an insane stat. You're 2 away from matching your at-bats and RBIs.
Folks, if you want to get Ethan Olivares fired up, show him some runs driven in.
Oh, we love it. We love those runs batted in. All you got to do is just set the table for this Power team, and they'll do the rest.
And this Power team hasn't even had to do it themselves so far today. Just 1 run driven in, that one off the bat of Brett Williams. But Sanchez and Williams both scored on pass balls. That one in the dirt, a runner's going to advance. Makate to third. So runners at the corners now for Ramon Valenzuela. It's 2-2.
That's a good read there by Makate. If you're young, take notes on that one. Runner at second, you see ball in dirt. Once it hits dirt, go ahead and take it.
Makate with the extra 90 feet, a 2-2 pitch here for Ramon Valenzuela.
And these are the little things that don't show up on the box score, and you look back, how did the Power score so many runs? Little things like that. They're always setting themselves up for scoring opportunities.
And they've got another one here, 2-2, and Valenzuela's going to step off again. Or Rose is going to step off before his pitch to Valenzuela, but you mentioned those 8 RBIs. He's getting on at a 545 clip. Again, it's only 3 games, but an OPS close to 1,400 as the 2-2 pitch is outside, and this counts full again.
And he has a chance to pick up another ribby with Makate just 90 feet away.
3-2 pitch. Rose gets a sign and fires. And that one's fouled off. A lot of long at-bats from the Power so far, and that's really been whether or not they've had the whole team working cohesively from day one. This has never been a question. This is a team that's really grinded down pitchers. Payoff pitch in the dirt. And that one skips away. Makate's going to score. And it's 4-0. And Ethan, I guess I had the count wrong because Ramon Valenzuela is going to stay at the plate. So Conley to second and another runner in scoring position here with a 4-0 lead. Valenzuela trying to make it 5.
Pull this ball to the right side. Move him over.
A swing and a miss at a diving breaking ball there. Second K of the day for Maceo Rose, and that'll flip the lineup to Owen Michelson.
Great job by Rose. Every time that he's either let a run come across the score, he's come right back with a strikeout in these 2 innings.
Michelson's not a guy who's going to get Ethan as excited with the RBI numbers, just 2, but he puts the ball in play just about as much as everyone is.
Hey, that gets me excited too. I mentioned it a little. Just put the ball in play, good things will happen.
And most of the time with authority, a .600 slugging percentage. 0-1 the count. Michelson, watch his ball 1.
Keep the strikeout numbers down, put the ball in play. I'll be a happy camper.
We've seen a handful of different versions of Michelson so far, and the 1-1 pitch from Rose. Conley's running. The throw down to third is a good one, but it's not in time. Stolen base for Amari Conley. And a runner just 90 feet away for Owen Michelson. But what I mean by that, he came in with long hair. He had a beard. Eventually he shaved that beard. Now he's cut the hair too. He's gone full babyface. The mustache is gone too.
I'm kind of liking babyface Michelson. He's on a little run right now.
2-2 after he fouls that off. I was in Casey Dill's office earlier today, and he walked in, and basically every coach turned their head and asked, who is that who just walked in after the first time he hadn't seen any sort of facial hair on him. But Michelson said that he shaved the beard because it was too hot, cut the long hair because, again, it was a little too hot out here. But right now, going and taking all of it down, and so far, being nothing but productive for the Power. Payoff pitch. Lifts that foul.
Well, Michelson is in UNC Asheville. It's more humid and wet out there. I would think that would be worse for the hair than the dry.
You know, I'm not gonna question the professionals. All right.
Hey, I don't know. I think it'd just be worse out there than here at Palm Springs. You got wet heat out there in North Carolina, and then you got dry heat out here in Palm Springs.
We don't even really have heat right now. It's 84 degrees out here.
Oh,
on the ground to the right side. That's
nice.
going to get through, and another RBI for Owen Michelson. This one drives in Conley and make it 5-0 for the Power.
And he just dug out a hustle double there, did Michelson. And Bucks, you're talking about getting me fired up. Stuff like that gets me fired up, Bucks. 2-strike hits the other way, hustle double. I'm fired up, Bucks.
Folks, lower your headphones, lower your speakers right now because Ethan's going to be on a roll today. The Power are playing small ball. They're moving runners over, and Owen Michelson, a catcher, is running out doubles. With one out, Jaden Sanchez steps up and takes strike one.
We love speedy catchers. Actually, one of our colleagues, Jack Glennon, called starting catcher Brett Williams a speedy catcher about a week ago just because he stole one bag.
I feel like that's almost an insult, though, if you have to throw
it kind of is, though. It is. I mean, are catchers known for speed? Stealing bags? Not necessarily.
0-2 now on Jaden Sanchez. Didn't record a hit in either game against the SoCal Mavericks. Looking for his first knock in a couple of days. But he's been a really fun player to watch. Plays a good center field, can absolutely fly. And the 0-2 pitch rips it on the ground through the gap into left field. They're going to give Michelson the wave. The throw to the plate is cut off. 6-0 Power.
It's just past the baton here in the second here if you're the Power. Working walks and now back-to-back base hits from the top half of the lineup. And we're just getting started with Brett Williams coming up.
And Ethan, you can't come up with a better conversion rate than this. 6 Power players have reached base. 6 Power players have scored tonight.
That's exactly how you take the most of the opportunities given to you. To a T.
It's a team that's known for taking opportunities. It's a team that's known for forcing the issue. And right now, making it a nightmare for Rose, who fires in strike one to Brett Williams. It's been a long inning and a third for Rose. Trying to get a double play here. Already at 63 pitches. And the 64th is called strike two.
Well, and you mentioned Bucks throughout the whole season. It's nothing that we question that Power know how to get deep in counts and work them. And that's exactly what they do is they knock starters out of the game early and make them go to the pin.
0-2 pitch from Rose. Williams watches it in the dirt. Here goes Jaden Sanchez, and there's no throw. A stolen base for Sanchez. And just like that, another runner in scoring position. It's Jaden's 4th of the year.
And now again with just one out, Power put themselves in scoring position. Oh, beautiful.
Williams goes the other way into right field. They're going to wave Sanchez around. The throw to the plate, cut off again. Sanchez scores 7-0, and Williams will take second as that ball bounces away. RBI number 14 of the season for Brett Williams.
That's St. Mary's product right there, Brett Williams. 2 strikes, go the other way with it. Second base hit. That's to the opposite field.
Cannon Richards coming up, and the Power putting the hurt on so far. 7-0 and just 1 out in the second. Cannon Richards trying to join the fun here. He's 0 for 1, struck out in the first. But right now, a runner in scoring position for him. He goes the other way, but that's foul. 0-1. For Caden Richards, it's been nearly automatic so far this season. He's played in all 20 games the Power have played so far. 0-1 pitch, called strike 2.
So, Bucks, I brought up our colleague Jack Glennon earlier. Me and him were on a call before, and we did a little game of picking who were thinks hitting a home run tonight.
Okay.
What's your call?
0-2 pitch. Richards watches ball 1. Well, my pick is definitely not Jack Glennon.
Well, he doesn't count.
I don't think he'd get it out of the infield.
I don't think it's touching bat. I think we're saying see ya, good morning, good afternoon, good night.
1-2 pitch. Richards gets a piece of it to stay alive. I mean, you got to look at the lineup, and the wind's blowing out to right a bit, so it's either you got to trust a guy to go the other way or you're looking for a lefty. I think Trevor Banning's a good candidate, but, I mean, there's a lot of options in the 1-2 pitch. Well framed, but ball 2.
Yeah, this one of the guys right here is a great candidate to hit the ball the other way. Caden Richards. All of his home runs, his 3 home runs have been oppo shots.
Can he prove Ethan Oliveras right? 2-2 pitch, a runner in at second. Richards on the ground, up the middle, stabbed at. And Rose will collect that, throw to first, and we got 2 down.
Well, it's not over the fence, but he does indeed move the runner over at least 90 feet. And a base hit will give the Power 8-0 lead here if Banning can cash in.
So Trevor Banning steps up. He's got Williams at third. And again, so far it seems like every single time that Trevor Banning's up with a runner in scoring position, pretty much it's an automatic RBI. And Banning takes strike 1. I did the math the other day when I was on the broadcast with Vince, and if you take Trevor Banning's RBI rate per plate appearance, and I just put it on Aaron Judge just because it was a guy who got all the plate appearances you would need last year. You know, you're not subbing out an MVP. Trevor Banning would be on pace for 300 RBIs in an MLB season.
Jeez.
He takes the 0-2 pitch just high. It's 1-2.
Not every hitter's always fortunate to come up with the runners on base, but like you mentioned, every time this guy's up to the plate, there's someone on base ahead of him.
1-2 pitch to Banning. On the ground, stabbed out by Rose, but that's going to get over his glove. It's going to be a tough play at first, but nicely done by Delventhal. We're through 2 here in Palm Springs. The Power tack on 4. 7-0 so far. We'll be right back for the third.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Across the Coachella Valley, you'll find our communities powered by short-term rentals. These rentals bring visitors and dollars to the region. Whether attending events, checking out the art scene, or dining at restaurants, when they spend money, we all score. The nearly $1 billion impact of short-term vacation rentals generates tax revenues that fund police, firefighters, education, and many other programs that improve our daily lives. To learn why short-term rentals are a grand slam for the home team, visit onecv.org.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Robbie Finland leads us off here in the third inning. 7-0 Power. And Ethan, with a guy like Tyler Crawford on the mound, you'd like to think that he's going to be in absolute cruise control for the next couple innings.
Yeah, I mentioned the run support that's been helping these pitchers pitch with confidence is exactly what pitchers love. You know, they don't always want to feel like one mistake could end the ball game or, you know, change the outcome of something. So when you have a 7-run lead, you're just out there in flow state.
0-1, and that one's hit hard down the right field line into the Anchors bullpen, and that's a sight that Casey Dale loves to see. An opposing bullpen getting to work early. They've been warming up a pitcher since the second inning.
Well, Rose now up to 73 pitches on the night, so that could be the end of his day.
0-2 off the end of the bat, up the middle. This will be a tough play at second. Banning down to first, and he just beats it out. Robbie Fintland with an hustle infield single.
Yeah, ball that wasn't hit that hard by Fintland, but hit perfectly up the middle, and a good job there by second baseman just Banning to make that one even close.
So that'll keep the inning going. It's nobody out. One on here for the top of the lineup, Diego Delventhal, who on the first pitch of the game grounded out to short, but sees his second pitch of the day out of the zone. It's ball one.
Bucks, how do you feel about your leadoff man swinging first pitch? You like it?
I don't know. I swung at everything. 1-0 pitch. Off the end of the bat, that's tailing foul. Will it stay in play? And it will not. 1-1. Yeah, no, Ethan, I swung at just about everything. I missed at just about everything. And the only thing I hit was the bench.
Yeah, exactly. I was just about to say, you know, if you're doing that, I think they need to take the bat out of your hands, take those batting gloves off, shin guard, toss it away, and you just sit there.
You think I was cool enough to wear a shin guard? 1-1 pitch, poked foul again. It's 1-2.
Elbow guard or no? Not even that. Nothing, huh?
No.
No, you were
Dude,
just straight raw, huh?
I wore a 2X jersey because I wanted the number. I was not cool. The lack
no
of
batting gloves too.
The lack of aura anytime I was on
no.
anything athletic is just astounding. 1-2 for Crawford. Fastball just out of the zone. And that'll be ball two. This is an Anchors team that it's a relatively new squad, and it's a lot of really young players. As that one, he's going to check down to first. So we'll wait for the 2-2 pitch. They're members of the newly founded PCCBL, Pacific Coast Collegiate Baseball League. And again, we mentioned they're on a 14-game winning streak. In an email I got from their owner and GM, Tony Sakachi, he said he described this group as almost a younger version of the Alameda Merchants. They play in the same place. They do a lot of the practice together, and the 3-2 pitch is outside. Delventhal will reach for his first time today. First walk of the day for Tyler Crawford.
Yeah, that one just got away from Crawford there. See if he can lock back in and get a double play ball.
But it's a team that's really young, and from Sakachi's testament, he said that he's watched them just get infinitely better from day one in that first series where they dropped 3 in a row until now. Runners going, a bunt right back at Crawford. He'll field that and throw down to first. So a productive sacrifice for Jet Guevara.
And Guevara lucky there that the runners were moving on the pitch, because if they weren't moving on the pitch, it would not have been a productive at-bat, because that one bunted right back at the pitcher. And one thing when you bunt is, 1, you got to get the ball down. 2, never bunt it right back to the pitcher, but luckily runners are on the move.
Crawford ready, and the first pitch. Fouled off. It's Evan for Chewy, or for Weechie. Weechie struck out on 3 pitches his first time up. 1 of 2 on the day for Crawford. 0-1 pitch is outside. Counts even at 1.
I've seen a couple times now when that ball misses outside for Crawford, you see him falling way off the mound. That's not what you want to see here. You want to see him attack and fall downhill.
1-1, ripped into right field. That'll score at least 1. They're going to hold up the runner at second. Delventhal will stay at third, but Finland scores it. It's an RBI single from Furuichi, and 7-1 now.
That was a fastball there inside, and Furuichi just pulled the hands aside and gave it a ride. That one hit hard enough. Luckily to the right fielder, Makate, he came in charging to leave the runner Delventhal over there at third.
So it's not a league game for the Power, no CPCL implications. But with the playoffs rapidly approaching, they are well on their way and just a couple of games away from potentially clinching a playoff spot. For the CPCL, only 2 teams make the playoffs. It's the top 2 seeds. So the Power, with their 12-2 record, in a very good spot to potentially host the playoff games. 0-1 the count on Grant Horninger. Second pitch, a slider, called strike 2.
That's a good front door there to just lock up. Hit her right there.
0-2 already. Crawford gets the sign, is set, working out of the stretch, and he's going to pick back to first, but not in time to get Furuichi. Crawford, a guy with that mid-80s to upper 80s fastball. He's got a slider all the way down in the mid-70s. What will he go with here? Runner going, 0-2 pitch. Slapped into left field. That's down for a hit. 1 run will score, and 7-2 now.
Yeah, it's a nice piece of hitting there from back-to-back hitters for this Anchors lineup, but now they're trying to just continue to pass the baton and maybe hopefully just cut the lead in half.
First earned runs against Tyler Crawford in a while. Again, he went those 5 innings against the Inland Valley Bucks. 1 run against him. It was not earned. You got to go all the way back to the 16th against the Inland Valley Pirates, where he threw 3 innings and allowed 2 earned runs. Other than that, just 1 run on him against the San Diego Bombers, and that's all the damage on the season against this young arm. He's got 2 on and 1 out, and the first pitch is skied foul by Miles Mino.
Well, a guy like Crawford, who always is attacking the zone and pitch to contact, that's going to happen sometimes. You're going to run into some barrels, and right now they're just getting down for the Anchors.
0-1. Crawford set and fires. And the slider gets called for strike 2.
That's one thing you got to love about the kid is no matter what, he's going to continue to keep attacking the zone. Doesn't get flustered at all.
0-2 pitch. Lined up the middle, and that's going to get down in front of Jaden Sanchez. They're giving the runner the wave, and the throw is cut off, and another RBI single. This one scores for Furuichi, and it's 7-3 now.
Another fastball there, absolutely roped up the middle.
And the 3rd RBI single in a row for the Anchors. Mitch Nelson trying to continue the streak. First pitch, Nelson watches it in the dirt. And a good job by Brett Williams to keep that close. Neither runner could move. 1-0 the count. Nelson's 0 for 1. He popped out to shortstop to start the 2nd inning.
Crawford looking to stop the bleeding here. See if you can get Nelson to roll into one on the ground.
1-0 pitch. Slider at the bottom of the zone. Strike 1.
Well, all the hard contact has come off of Crawford's fastball, so we'll see if now going through if he'll go more with the breaking stuff.
1-1 on the ground down to first. Hasso will take it there. Both runners advance, but we've got 2 down.
There's a good job there. He was trying to get Nelson to get that ball more on the ground and have a chance for a double play ball, but you'll take it out for both runners moving up because now it's 2 outs now.
Now it's Cam Ingberg, and if you're going to have to really give up the chance for a double play and you're going to have to go against a guy, Ingberg, you would like the matchup as he hits that on the ground straight to Trevor Banning. Banning to first, and we're through 3 here.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Also for 1, but it took a deep count to ground out to short. And you mentioned that it's an offense that has made quick work, and it's offense that has put themselves in a great position. 6 batters reach in the first, and 3 runners score. In the second inning, they send 8 to the plate and score 4. So a touchdown and an extra point against just the field goal for the Anchors. Hasso rips one into left field. That's down for a hit. Finland will pick it up, and Hasso with a big turnaround first. He'll stay there, though, so a leadoff single.
Well, that's what happens when you fall behind hitters, especially this great powered offense. When you get in those 3-1 hitters counts, they do damage. As that one's sharply hit out to left field, 98 miles per hour off the bat.
Now Matthew McCate. 0 for 1, or hasn't registered an at-bat, but did walk last time up, and he tags that one into right field, and that's going to turn Honinger around. Landing on the warning track. He can't pick the ball up. They're giving Hasso the wave. And it is 8-0 power. RBI double by Matthew McCate.
Yeah, McCate would have had a triple there if he would have picked up third base coach there, as Honinger out there in right field had trouble picking up that ball. But either way, another great at-bat from McCate to drive in a run.
Amari Conley stepping up in a 5-run game. He's got a runner at second base. He walked in his first at-bat and stole second himself. First pitch dips into the zone, strike 1.
Yeah, Kalen Morgan has that Pat Neshek. If you guys remember him, reliever in the MLB for a while. He has that kind of release on his ball, the underhand submarine type.
0-1 pitch, fouled off. It's 0-2 now.
Well, so far, the submarine type throwing motion not giving any problems to this power offense.
So you had to go all the way back to Pat Neshek and couldn't pull out like a Tyler Rogers?
I mean, I'm thinking Pat Neshek over Tyler Rogers any day.
0-2 pitch, butterflies its way into the zone and rings up Amari Conley. 67, just a tad off the plate. But a nice job behind the plate by Imberg, dressing that one up for our home plate umpire. Keeps the line moving for Ramon Valenzuela. He's got a runner on second and a 5-run lead. Valenzuela watches the first pitch outside. 0 for 1 so far today, struck out on 7 pitches in the second. 1-0 pitch. Valenzuela hits
get
that
down.
in there, but it's going to tail foul. 1-1.
That ball hit to the left side, just gets knocked down so fast by the wind there. If you're Valenzuela, this plays in your favor. Any left here at the ballpark. Unlocks those hips, gets the hands inside, and send that ball to the right side. Pull it.
1-1, and he'll foul that off again. Going the other way. It's all going towards left field right now. But this is a time where, again, you're never going to tell a player that you want them to pull a ball, but it's a pretty gusty night, and the wind is going out to right field.
It's taking it.
So if Valenzuela can hit something in there, that ball can go a long way. 1-2 pitch. Off the end of the bat, and that's into left field. Mikate will come in to score, and the play at the plate is just offline.
Almost spoke too soon there, Bucko.
It was a great throw, and Imbercata in there, but tried to tag Mikate on his way home, but Mikate under that tag. It's an RBI single, or RBI double for Ramon Valenzuela.
And the RBIs for Valenzuela continue to just rack up. That's RBI number 9 now on the season.
And there must not be much of a leash on Kalen Morgan right now. The manager for the Alameda Anchors is going out there right now to talk to him. Jerry Gibbs, the head coach, it's his second season with the Anchors, and right now he's got a lineup that he really trusts. They just put up 3 runs against a red-hot Tyler Crawford, and at this point in the game, you're only in the 3rd inning. You just want to keep this team in it. No one's warming up in the bullpen, so in all likelihood, and this is just simply maybe a scouting report against Owen Michelson.
Yeah, we've seen it so many times this season here at Palm Springs Stadium with these type of games where power offense just continues to tag on runs, inning after inning, and it just kills the whole vibe and energy of that team. You just take the life out of them.
Jerry Gibbs hoping that 84 degrees is the right temperature for his pitcher to weather the storm, and a ground ball to third base. A nice play to retire Michelson.
Well, 1 pitch, 1 out off the mound visit. You always like to see that, especially for the coach.
So whatever that scouting report is, it was darn near perfect. And that'll move the line to Jaden Sanchez, who hasn't been retired yet today. Had a hit in the second, got hit at the first pitch he saw. He scored both times. Right now he's got a runner on second with 2 outs. First pitch, down and in, ball 1.
Jaden Sanchez gives me his MLB Pro comp, gives me a little Jarren Duran-esque.
1-0 pitch. Sanchez hits that one to right, coming in on its Honinger, and he got a bad read. That ball goes right over his head into outfield grass, and Ramon Valenzuela scores to make it 10-3.
Yeah, we mentioned hit the ball to the right side. That ball will take it. It's going to go down as a hit, as that ball wasn't touched out there in the outfield. So Sanchez will indeed take that, and he'll pick up an RBI.
Not sure if the wind affected the ball, or Honinger might have not seen it too well, as it's a little bit early in the night. The sky almost makes it blend in a little bit. But nonetheless, Brett Williams a chance to keep this inning going. 3 in the first, 4 in the second, 3 in the third for the Power. Crooked numbers galore for this Palm Springs offense. And after a blazing hot series against the SoCal Mavericks, they get right to the grindstone again. Brett Williams, he's 2 for 2, an RBI single and double. Watches strike 2. So you're going from a guy who's throwing in the mid-80s to a guy who's now in the low to mid-60s. The 1-2 pitch on the ground down the left side. Snagged at third by Guevara, and he's going to throw that away, but they're going to say it was a foul ball.
Luckily there, that one was ruled foul because that one was an errant throw and was sailed all the way up to shallow right field.
So a throw that went a mile away from the first baseman, Johnston, was after a ball that was maybe an inch or two foul, so a lucky break for the Alameda Anchors. And Brett Williams will go back to work. 1-2, a 7-run game here in the bottom of the third. Kalen Morgan set and delivers. Williams rips that one back at the third baseman, Guevara. A much better throw this time, and he'll retire Williams. Through 3 here in Palm Springs, 10-3. We'll be right back for the bottom of the Anchors order.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Hello, Power Baseball fans. At SBMP Attorneys, we believe in the power of community. And that's why we proudly support the Palm Springs Power, our hometown baseball team. After a memorable championship season in 2024, capping off the team's 20th anniversary, we're all very excited about the 2025 Power team. SBMP Attorneys and the Palm Springs Power are two teams that are committed to excellence, community, and the spirit of winning. We'll see you all at the ballpark.
Monster Shakes, the best ice cream creations in the desert and only place in the world that serves all 10 flavors of Dole Soft Serve. The winner of the best soft serve and smoothies, home to the world's best date shake and other fun creations like ice cream nachos and the cotton candy burrito. For a limited time, come in and try your luck. Any soft serve that weighs exactly 16 ounces is free. Monster Shakes in Palm Springs and Cathedral City facing the Mary Pickford. Franchise opportunities available too. Monster Shakes, a delicious mess.
8-9-1 due up for the Alameda Anchors here at beautiful Palm Springs Stadium. One of the most pleasant nights of the summer so far. And we are glad to be here. Stephen Buxton joined by Ethan Oliveris. A beautiful, picturesque summer night. A little bit of wind, 84 degrees, and the first pitch from Tyler Crawford is called strike one. Ethan, am I doing a good enough Jack Glennon impersonation?
What's the impersonation?
Talking about the weather. First pitch skied a mile in there. Alex Hasso fighting with the media well and goes just behind it to record out number one.
Great job by Hasso to stay with that ball. You mentioned a little bit of wind. Maybe let's emphasis or capitalize the little, and maybe let's change it to big, because there's a lot of wind here going on at the stadium.
A lot of wind, but it's not necessarily something out of the normal for this area. It's actually, believe it or not, probably the second or third windiest area in the Coachella Valley. 0-1 pitch. Called strike two to Robbie Finland. So if you look over there off to our left, I think it's to the west.
Yes.
Of the stadium. 0-2, and Crawford's going to step off. But this place, it's known for an area in the valley that's got a lot of windmills, and that one's on the ground to Valenzuela. Long throw down to first, and dug out by Hasso. Not the best throw in the world, but Alex Hasso making his fielders look good. We've got two down in the fourth.
Yeah, first base coach of the Anchors not liking that call. He'll talk to field umpire, and now home plate umpire and field umpire will get together to see if this one be overturned. More often than not, call remains the same. We don't have instant replay.
And so while they determine that call, and the runner at first will stay there, and Robbie Finland. So I'll go on. So in the Coachella Valley, one of the big staples is the windmills you drive through, and they signal that the runner is out, so we've got 2 down. As you're coming in from areas like LA and San Diego, there's windmills as you're coming in through Cabazon. That's probably the windiest area.
Oh,
in the valley.
it's windy over there, Bucks.
So-
I'm from Redlands, and I drive out that way on the 111 and hop on the 10. Bucks, my car rattles. I feel like it's turbulence in the car.
Strike one on Diego Delventhal. He's 0 for 1, but reached and scored on a walk. So the other 2 areas that are in contention are really this and over by off of Cook Street, over by the freeway where Acrisure Arena is and Xavier Prep is. That's probably the other contender for windiest part of this valley. Diving stop by Trevor Banning, but he can't get up and make the play. A little bit slow to get up is Banning. And what a play that was, but he has shown no inclination to get up, so we're going to have the athletic trainers come out, and this is not something you want to see. Trevor Banning has been awesome for the Power so far this season, and everyone sort of motioning towards his shoulder. He looks like he's in some pain, so while our athletic trainer Kim tends to him, we're going to go to break real quick.
The Management Trust is a 100% employee-owned company. Every employee has a vested interest in providing memorable experiences to every homeowner and board members of HOAs. It's a very powerful thing. No homeowners association is too small or too large for us to manage. From community maintenance services to customized absentee home care, the Management Trust provides just about every service any homeowner could ask for.
Hi, I'm Damien with the Management Trust. We're a community management built differently for your homeowners association. To find out how, give me a call.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Not the sight you want to see. Trevor Banning's going to leave with an injury, and AJ Bianchino will take over. Here we are back in the top of the 4th inning, and after what was almost a fantastic play to retire Diego Delventhal, the mood of the evening changes. So Delventhal at first, and now Jag Guevara takes strike 2.
Yeah, with the full extension there from Banning on the dive. Probably think it's something with the shoulder there.
So 7-run ball game for the Power, but right now, just again, everyone's attention as Crawford's going to pick down to first and get Delventhal and escape the inning here. So one runner reaches Delventhal on the single, but Crawford retires him on the bases. Going to the bottom of the 4th, we'll be right back. 10-3.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Bottom four in Palm Springs Stadium. Caden Richards, AJ Bianchina, and Alex Hasso going to lead us off. AJ Bianchina coming in to replace Trevor Banning, who last inning laid out on a ground ball, made a fantastic play, but was not able to come up and had to leave the game due to an injury. Again, no word on what that is, and by all means, we will not speculate at all during this broadcast. All we can say is you hope the young man's going to be okay. So Caden Richards is going to step up and lead us off here with a 7-run lead. It's going to be 4, 5, and 6 for the Power against Kalen Morgan, who faced off against 7 his first go-around. Richards goes the other way in the air, and Honinger will camp under that and record the first out.
Well, right idea there for Richards to drive the ball the other way, something we've been preaching all night, but not a lot of speed off that pitch from Morgan. That came out 58 miles per hour.
It actually came off a little bit slower than that. It didn't even register on our TrackMan.
So Richards was way out in front of that one, got at the end of the bat.
First pitch to AJ Bianchina, ball one up and in. Bianchina's a guy who has been a little bit hot and cold this season, but has started to heat up lately. Again, had a tough stretch during the middle of the season where he went over 2 weeks without a hit. But his last 2 games, he's got 3. And he lines that one into the outfield. That gets over the head of the second baseman, Delventhal. And a 1-out single starts AJ Bianchina's night.
Well, you mentioned Bianchina, kind of a streaky hitter this season. Hopefully he's streaking towards the right direction. As you mentioned, playoffs coming up soon. They're going to need that bat to get going.
3rd game in a row with a hit. It's his 4th hit in his last 3. And it sets the table for Alex Hasso. Hasso hits that on a line, and that's fair down the left field line, going into the corner. How fast can AJ Bianchina run? Dill's giving him the wave. The throw is cut off and down to the plate, and he is safe. Bianchina scores from first on the long RBI double from Alex Hasso.
Great piece of hitting there, just tucks it in fair down that left field line. Hopefully Bianchina okay there. That was an awkward slide at the plate, and he just was the guy that just replaced the injured Banning.
We've seen a couple throws to the plate so far, and specifically relays by the third baseman Guevara that have made the play a lot closer than you would think it is. That one nearly perfect and almost gunned down Bianchina. First pitch to Matthew McCate, above the zone, ball 1.
I don't know, Bucks. I'm feeling a little elevate, celebrate right now. Be a good time for it.
McCate's got a hit, hasn't been retired yet today, and on the 1-0 pitch, watches strike 1.
Just seems like a pitch that McCate kind of has that upswing, and it seems like if this ball floats in at the right angle, Makati will let it fly.
Seven extra base hits on the season for Makate, half of his 14 total. So, Ethan, if you're looking for a guy who's got some pop, this might be the right place. 2-1 pitch. And he watches a wide strike two.
Well, right now, Morgan not really attacking the inside on Makati. He knows to stay away, but Makati can drive the ball the other way as well.
Again, it's that switch hitting versatility for Makate. You see him from the left side mostly. He goes the other way into the left center field gap. Hasso's going to score. Makate's going for two. The throw to second is high. And an RBI double for Matthew Makate. It's 12-3.
Yeah, Bucko, we're going back-to-back here. Shout out Drake. Back-to-back RBI doubles here in the fourth. The Power at a dozen.
A dozen for the Power after they put up 10-plus in 2 games this weekend. So Amari Conley trying to continue the fun. 0 for 1, but walked and scored in the second. 0-1 pitch goes away. It's 1-1. Nobody warming up in either bullpen right now. There is a player walking around in the Power bullpen, but he just sat down as I mentioned it. So this game in the hand of Crawford and Morgan right now, and the count's 2-1 on Amari Conley.
Yeah, they might just letting Morgan figure it out there. That's got to be a lonely feeling as a pitcher.
2-1. Conley takes a hack, and it's strike two.
Now with the lefty slow pitches, whether it's a fastball or changeup away, you really got to dig deep in that back leg and sit as long as possible and punch it the other way.
2-2. Conley goes the other way with a flare single. Makate's getting the signal. He's going home. The throw's cut off. And make it 13 for the Power. RBI knock for Amari Conley.
Great job there. I mentioned you got to see it as deep as possible and hit the other way. It wasn't hit that hard off the bat, but just enough to reach the outfield, shallow enough, and also bring in Makati to score.
Third inning of the first 4 that the Power have put up 3 runs. The only inning they did 4. On the ground from Valenzuela, runner was moving, so there will be no double play. A productive out for the Cal State San Bernardino product.
And that's exactly what happens there. If you don't sit back on that back leg and see ball as deep as possible, you'll want to just, I know the ball's lighting up like a beach ball, but if you're out in front, it's going to be a slow roller.
Now it's Owen Michelson playing left field today. He's got 2 outs and Amari Conley on second. And Michelson watches it in. 1-0. So far this inning, really the whole outing, when Kalen Morgan's missed, it's been to that arm side, it's been in on righties, it's been away on lefties. He has not gone towards the left-handed batter's box much at all. 1-0 pitch inside and just nicks the zone. Strike one.
I think the thing with Morgan is he's attacking the inside on righties to try not to get that extension on the barrel.
1-1 pitch. Michelson on the ground. That's going to slip through into center field. Conley's coming around. 14-3 now.
Well, I mentioned, again, not trying to catch the barrel, but he finds Michelson's barrel there as that off-speed pitch caught a little too much play, and Michelson hit it right back up the middle.
Jaden Sanchez coming up. He's 2 for 2 and got hit in the first. Sanchez attacks the first pitch, and it's foul, 0-1.
Power now have scored 3 or more runs in all 4 innings.
0-1 on Jaden Sanchez. Watches it low. 8th batter of the inning for the Power. So far, the only inning they haven't gone at least 7 on was the first, and that they had 6 and 3 runs. 1-1 pitch tied up there. It's 1-2. So far today, the only batter that hasn't, or the only player in the lineup that hasn't reached is Caden Richards. He's 0 for 3 so far.
He's the only one without a hit. You can say reach as well, but everyone else in the lineup has a knock.
2-2 pitch. Sanchez goes up the middle, and there was nobody there. Nelson was shifted over. He takes a wide turn, but they're just going to go station to station.
Yep, you mentioned it. Center fielder Nelson for the Anchors shifted way over to the right center gap. And Sanchez says, get back over there.
Well, the fourth time in 4 innings, Brett Williams coming up to the plate, and every time there's been a runner in scoring position. Right now, he's got Michelson at second. He's got Sanchez at first, and a guy who's hitting .460 on the season has got to be licking his chops right now. An 11-run lead and just trying to put something in the outfield.
Yeah, could pick up RBI number 3 on the night.
1 for 2 today, and he rips that one foul.
Williams, I'll counter that one, partner. Williams 2 for 3. The single and a double.
They're playing the John Cena theme song for Brett Williams, and that really kind of an inside joke with the coaching staff and players. It all started, well, for us being aware of it, it started about 2 weeks ago. There was a game where I was on PA, and I got a text from Cam Vollmer right before the game. He just said, hey, play the John Cena theme song for Brett Williams, who skies that one into the left field. Coming back on it is Ferrucci, and he'll retire Williams. But we downloaded the song, played it, everyone got a good laugh, and basically since then, Williams has had to hear it at least once a game, and the whole Power staff enjoys it, and everyone keeping morale loose, and right now, everyone's in good spirits with an 11-run lead going to the 5th inning. We'll be right back after this break.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Top of the 5th inning here at Palm Springs Stadium. Jack Guevara, Evan Ferrucci, and Brett Honinger, the first 3 due up against Tyler Crawford, who allowed 3 runs in the 3rd inning. But Ethan, other than that, has been fantastic.
Yeah, he's been attacking hitter, something that he's well known to do. And just in that inning, just kind of caught a couple barrels, but you love how he's responded back in the next inning in the 4th. He put up a blank. And with a comfy lead here, 14-3, we expect him to continue to keep pounding the zone.
And you mentioned that he basically just pounds the zone, something you don't see a ton. The first pitch of the inning goes to the backstop. The second one, non-competitive of the hand. So the 2-0 pitch right down Broadway. Takes a couple ticks off the fastball and gets strike 1.
Man, Guevara took a big hack there and nodded his head like, okay, that's what we're in for here.
Goes back to the fastball and back in the zone.
And that one looked like it almost had a little two-seam movement at that one. That one started in, stayed in, but it kept riding.
It had 15 inches of horizontal break, so the 2-2 pitch goes to the slider, and it takes Guevara almost off his feet. And so it's a full count. Second time up in as many innings for Guevara, but that's because with an 0-2 count, Tyler Crawford took matters into his own hands and picked off Diego Delventhal at first.
Oh, then that's just gross right there. You're attacking fastballs, almost has two-seam movement as well, and then you come in and absolutely just drop one.
A slider gets another strikeout for Crawford. It's his third of the day. And so here in the fifth, we got one out for Evan Ferrucci. First pitch and a big cut there on the elevated fastball. 0-1. Ferrucci so far 1 for 2. He's got an RBI single and has a strikeout. Puts that on the ground, bounces off the foul line, but they're going to call that foul. Hasso will toss it back to Crawford.
Yeah, Crawford now finding a new stride here in the fifth inning. Fastball inside, and then I'll go into that slider back foot.
0-2 pitch. Crawford set and delivers. In the dirt, 1-2. So, Ethan, we've talked about it a few times, and really it's been a topic that's been on the back burner, but in everyone's mind all season long. On Saturday, 4th of July, it's the Power against the PSCL All-Stars. Tyler Crawford will most certainly be on the field somewhere. It's a question of which dugout. He could go on the PSCL All-Stars with the Haymakers. His brother Connor is likely to make the team as well, as that one runs inside. It's 3-2. And actually, they're going to say that it hit him.
Home plate umpire didn't even make the call until the hitter, Ferrucci, said it hit him, and then the home plate umpire granted him the base. But
so Ferrucci goes to first base and gets hit. Grant Horninger steps up. He's got a runner on and one out. Horninger yet to be retired so far. But there's a lot of great candidates for this All-Star game all throughout the PSCL, and I'll tell you, I know you haven't seen it yet, as that's a ground ball right back at the pitcher, Crawford. He'll spin around trying to get the lead runner, and the throw back down to second, not in time, but Crawford does get Ferrucci on a great athletic play.
Yeah, nice play there. Heck of an athlete Crawford is. Way to field your position, come off the mound, and make a strong throw over to second. Oftentimes we see that ball get sailed into the outfield.
So 1-4 on the fielder's choice. Now it's Miles Mino. But Ethan, I know you've mentioned that 4th of July is a big deal to you and your family, but you won't be disappointed by what you see here. The stands will be packed, and it's a game that honestly has never disappointed. The Power have come back for late wins in the last 2 seasons. And Casey Dill has described the atmosphere as almost a WWE cage match.
That's what you love to see here. And you mentioned Crawford. He'll be with somebody, you said, PSCL or Power. Bucks, is there any shot we see him pitch for both sides?
No.
That would be fantastic, though. Why
no,
not?
It will not happen.
Casey Dill's calling it WWE. Why not create a storyline?
0-2 pitch, throw down to second, skips in the dirt, and is just a hair late. So stolen base for Grant Horninger. Because I think baseball rules still apply, and you're not allowed to play for both teams.
You make your own rules here, Bucks. It's 4th of July weekend. Create the atmosphere.
1-2 pitch, outside, 2-2. And Ethan, I hate to be the party pooper, but just because it's a holiday, we do not create rules. We actually still follow them. 2-2 pitch. On a line to second base, Bianchina will take it down to first. And going to the bottom of the 5th, we've got Caden Richards, AJ Bianchina, and Alex Hasso due up. We'll be right back after this break.
Across the Coachella Valley, you'll find our communities powered by short-term rentals. These rentals bring visitors and dollars to the region. Whether attending events, checking out the art scene, or dining at restaurants, when they spend money, we all score. The nearly $1 billion impact of short-term vacation rentals generates tax revenues that fund police, firefighters, education, and many other programs that improve our daily lives. To learn why short-term rentals are a grand slam for the home team, visit onecv.org.
Hello, Power Baseball fans. At SBMP Attorneys, we believe in the power of community. And that's why we proudly support the Palm Springs Power, our hometown baseball team. After a memorable championship season in 2024, capping off the team's 20th anniversary, we're all very excited about the 2025 Power team. SBMP Attorneys and the Palm Springs Power are two teams that are committed to excellence, community, and the spirit of winning. We'll see you all at the ballpark.
Bottom five here in Palm Springs. It's going to be Richards, Bianchina, and Hasso, the first three due up. I'm Stephen Buxton. To my right is Ethan Olivares. Thank you all for joining us here at beautiful Palm Springs Stadium. 14-3 the score of this game. Caden Richards just trying to reach for his first time. He's 0 for 3, but Ethan, again, we've mentioned it time and time again. He's a guy who you can look at that line, and it's 0 for 3 right now, and you just know in an instant that thing can turn to 2 for 5, 1 for 4, even 3 for 6 if he gets enough at-bats.
Well, how about this, Bucks? Let's turn around right now in the 5th. Why not?
Richards trying to get a kick start here. First pitch, just above the zone, ball 1. And a new pitcher on the mound, Caitlin Morgan, is done after 2 innings. He allowed 7 more runs. And the second pitch to Caden Richards is above the zone, ball 2. So the Power trying to get to work against another Anchor's arm. This is one of the teams that has a fairly deep roster, but the quick turnaround.
There it is,
Bucks.
Richards
Goes into the gap in the air. That one's down and off our Eisenhower Health banner. Richards round in second, and he'll settle there. A leadoff double, and Richards is on the board.
Well, how about it, Bucks? I just said let's turn it around, and he does exactly that, driving that ball to deep right center field. We knew it was coming. He's been working that way all game, but just hasn't found some green grass. But that one, green grass and some wall.
And that's a swing I'm sure Casey Dill likes as A.J. Bianchina comes up. I was talking to him and I mentioned Caden Richards. He said he thought that he might have came out of his approach a little bit over the last couple of weeks, but he's been getting away with it. But in an ideal world for Dill, he says that he really wants Caden Richards looking the other way almost exclusively because with the way he swings, he's got pop to the other field, and he can control the ball just about as well as everyone. As Bianchina sends one into right, that's going to send Richards to third, and 2 on for Alex Hasso.
Well, it'd be nice to get this guy back in the right direction, right approach as well, and he's 2 for 2 since entering this ball game. 2 singles.
And to finish my thought on Caden Richards, it's not just because his swing fits it, but Casey really emphasized the fact that this park fits his swing. The wind is blowing out to right field, and it's a big park, so even when you see swings like that and the ball gets away, Hasso will step away. Here comes Caden Richards. It's 15-3 for the Power. So for Caden Richards, it's a big park. He's a guy who's got some power going the opposite way. And when you combine it with the wind, more often than not, if he hits a ball with any authority going to right field, Casey Dill told me it's basically either an automatic double or triple, or it's going over the fence. So we saw a double there, and Alex Hasso already ahead 2-0. He's got a runner on second. It's Bianchina.
He's looking to have a good year as Caden Richards going back to UNLV.
Hasso goes up the middle. That lands in the outfield. Bianchina had to hold up. He'll take third, and runners on the corners now for Makate.
3 hits in a row now for the Power, and it brings up a guy in 2 out of his 3 at-bats. Makate, who has a ribby.
Makate's yet to be retired so far. Has a walk and 2 RBI doubles. He scored all 3 times. Trying to make this inning hurt. So far, the Power have scored in all 5 innings. It's been either 3 or 4 so far, but right now just a tin soldier in the 5th. 0-1 to Makate. A 1 pitch. Makate gets under. It goes the other way. It's into shallow left field. But Furuichi's going to run back and make a nice grab over his shoulder.
I thought for a chance there that one was falling. The wind knocked that one down just enough to keep it in play to the shortstop Furuichi, as I thought that was going to fall in between the Bermuda Triangle out there.
It looked like the wind might have pushed that a little bit more towards center and also just kept it in a little bit more. So a bloop from Makate retires him. Now it's Amari Conley, who watches a ball above the zone. Conley's 1 for 2 today on an RBI knock in his last at-bat. He's walked and he's scored twice. 1-0 pitch up the middle, a broken bat that's gloved at second. He'll take it the short way, but they can't turn 2. An RBI fielder's choice for Makate scores Bianchina, and it's 16-3.
Nice job by Conley. Conley, well, we've been talking about all broadcasts, a guy that doesn't strike out a lot, puts the ball in play, and good things will happen. And his speed breaks up the double play.
So, Ethan, we've got that broken bat ad read that we just heard by RB Roofing LLC. Is they're going to check on Makate, and he'll just take a step back to first. I haven't, or apologies, Conley, I haven't been able to read that yet. But one of the few times you can do a broken bat ad read, and it's for something positive for the home team.
Usually rare. Rare do we ever hear a positive broken bat ad read. Broken bat's usually, you're thinking, lazy pop-up if it had that much strength, or a little dribbler.
And before the 0-1 pitch, they're going to check back on Conley. So Ramon Valenzuela has that RBI double, but he's 1 for 3 so far. Struck out and grounded out to second. 0-1 pitch below the zone. 1-1. With 2 outs, Valenzuela trying to become what's really a myriad, or really a plethora of guys in this Power lineup who have reached twice and trying to add on to the RBI total. Amari Conley, one of the guys who, if you need anyone to score from first, he's certainly a candidate.
Especially here at this Palm Springs Stadium. If you get a ball to the corner, that ball rolls a long way.
2-1 pitch, a big swing there, and counts even at 2.
You almost feel bad for opposing defender outfielders having to come in and play here. It's a lot of ground you got to cover out there in the outfield.
Guys are sometimes doing wind sprints out there, and they've had to get their cardio in today. 17 hits for the Power through 5 innings, a 16-3 game. And Valenzuela trying to add on. 2-2 pitch. Popped up in there. Shallow right field. A bunch of defenders going after that, but Delventhal will call everyone off and retire the side. 6 come to the plate for the Power. Another 2 score. 16-3. And we're off to the 6th.
It's a family setting, we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. They cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
Sixth inning in Palm Springs. Tyler Crawford out there battling almost as much as Ethan Oliveras is battling his allergies right now.
It's getting runny. It's getting real runny.
He's through 5 innings. He's got 3 runs on his book, but has been solid so far, and really all you could ever ask for. He's going to go against the middle of this lineup. Mitch Nelson, Cam Ingberg, and Bennett Johnson due up. And the first pitch from Crawford is a fastball and a swing and a miss. And strike 1.
5 inning stats for me. About 10 sniffs, 10 tissues needed. Have I got one? No.
0-2 now after the slider ties up Nelson. And he's 0 for 2. He popped up to the shortstop and grounded out to first. Right now Crawford trying to make quick work. Woo. And he does. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Blows the fastball by him, and he had no chance there.
Yep, just came to say hello. After that, I'm leaving. Nice 1-2-3 there from Crawford. He's found a second win here ever since after that 3rd inning.
Cam Ingberg coming up, and he hasn't had too much of a better cause so far. 0 for 2, he struck out looking. And actually, this is going to be a pinch hitter. It's number 16, and that's Carson Sanders coming up. So taking over for Ingberg. Sanders is ahead 1-0. Gets under it, pops it up. Behind the plate, Williams turns, drops the mask, and 2 down in the 6th.
Those pop flies in the air right now are giving me a little heart attack. You never know where this ball's going to land. But the wind taking over.
So you've got a heart attack, you've got either allergies, or, God forbid, you've got a man cold going.
I don't know what's going on. I had to take the headset off there. I thought a sneeze was coming. Isn't that the worst feeling? Sneeze coming, can't let it out? It's the worst. It's the worst.
First pitch, ball 1 to Bennett Johnson. Johnston's 0 for 2 as well. This entire bottom of the lineup outside of Robbie Flintland hasn't reached base, and Johnston's not going to here. Fly ball into right, Makate catches it. And a 1-2-3 inning for Tyler Crawford. He's been fantastic so far.
Management Trust is a 100% employee-owned company. Every employee has a vested interest in providing memorable experiences to every homeowner and board members of HOAs. It's a very powerful thing. No homeowners association is too small or too large for us to manage. From community maintenance services to customized absentee home care, the Management Trust provides just about every service any homeowner could ask for.
Hi, I'm Damien with the Management Trust. We're a community management built differently for your homeowners association. To find out how, give me a call.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Quality first is quite a philosophy to live by. But world-class ingredients are the foundation of great meals. And we wouldn't have it any other way. At Kaiser Grill in downtown Palm Springs, we believe you deserve the best. So whether it's dinner for 2 or a celebration with 200 friends, quality is our promise to you. Because quality is king. Quality is Kaiser.
The Management Trust is a 100% employee-owned.
Back here in the 6th, 16-3, Power on top. And it looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter coming up, taking over for Owen Michelson. It is number 29 for the Power. And that is Derek Hurtado out of Cal State San Bernardino. Joining his teammate, Ramon Valenzuela. Neither of the guys have had a ton of experience so far, but overall, I mean, they've been solid. Derek Hurtado coming in, batting .333. He's going to take over in left field most likely, so it'll probably be a straight-up switch. But Ethan, he's taken over for a guy who just could not miss in Owen Michelson. 2 hits, a couple of RBIs. He scored twice.
Another productive night for the leadoff man, Michelson, and more to come from him as now the lineup's the fifth. It would have been the 5th time through the lineup, so we might start seeing some changes now.
1-1 count on Derek Hurtado. He's only played 2 games, but he's got a couple of hits and 6 at-bats. He's played a nice outfield, and right now he watches strike 2. Jaden Sanchez on deck. After that, it'll be Brett Williams. In a game where the Power have scored every inning. But the story of the game overall has to be the efforts of Tyler Crawford on the mound. 1-2 pitch is up high.
Yeah, if it is the end of the night for Crawford, it'd be 6 strong innings. 4 Ks on the game.
Looks like Andrew Baltazar is warming up in the pen. He's one of a handful of guys who's scheduled to throw tonight. One of the others, Alex Oliver, just won himself a green jacket. We've got that mid-inning chipping competition sponsored by Tockwitz Creek that just went on, and they had Alex Oliver and Ben Wade participating in it. And we've got a full count to Derek Hurtado. Payoff pitch outside, and Hurtado's on by a walk.
When are they going to get you out there, Bucko?
You know, I play a lot of golf.
Exactly.
I play a ton of golf.
Get you out there.
The only issue, I play a lot of awful golf. And the worst part of my game is my short game. There is no sort of finesse to my game. It's just basically grip it and rip it and watch the ball go out of play. First pitch to Sanchez is a swing and a miss on a high fastball. 0-1. Sanchez hasn't been retired yet. He's 3 for 3, and he got hit in the first. He scored twice. He's got a couple of RBIs, and he goes the other way foul.
Sanchez looking to see if he can improve on that day. Nice 3 for 3. Like you mentioned, Bucks, 2 ribbies.
0-2 for Sanchez.
Ooh.
Just off the zone, and he gets the call. It's 1-2. One and two, nobody out. A runner on first in Hurtado. McMasters fires, and that one's fouled off. We'll do it again.
Yeah, luckily that one just got a piece of the end of the bat there to stay alive.
But yeah, so to continue, we've seen players do the chipping contest before, just not this season. And usually not players who are in line to play as Sanchez strikes out. We've got one down in the 6th. It's usually, sometimes you'll see a guy who probably pitched the day before, so maybe tomorrow you would have seen possibly Tyler Crawford, someone you know who is just not going to play today. But Alex Oliver is in line to potentially pitch today. And right now he's sporting that green jacket like Tiger Woods. Brett Williams coming up. And watches ball one up and in. So far, it seems like it's been a big golfing contingent amongst this power group. Everyone I've taken to the radio station, whether it's Brett Williams, Cam Whitty, Oliver, Caden Richards, and Williams sends a charge into that one, but it's going to hang up in center field for the second out. Yep. Everyone so far, with the exception of Amari Conley, after I have left the radio station, they've all said that their plans were to golf later in that day. And as a guy who works at a course out here, I can be nothing but jealous for all the golf that is being played by these power players.
Is that your hobby? Your go-to hobby, Bucks?
Yeah, I've got nothing else to do.
Baseball or golf?
Yes. And with 2 outs, Caden Richards waiting for his first pitch. On the ground up the middle. Down to short for Weechie to first, and we're through 6. First time the Anchors put up a 0. 4 come to the plate, but they strand Hurtado at second. We'll be right back after this.
For 20 years, our family's mission has been simple. It all starts at Stuffed, where exceptional service meets bold flavors. Every crust, a masterpiece. Cocktails crafted to perfection in an atmosphere that brings family and friends together. Stuffed pizza, dine in or takeout. Savor and enjoy at our 2 locations. Quality, service, family legacy, it all starts at Stuffed.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
Monster Shakes, the best ice cream creations in the desert and only place in the world that serves all 10 flavors of Dole Soft Serve. The winner of the best soft serve and smoothies, home to the world's best date shake and other fun creations like ice cream nachos and the cotton candy burrito. For a limited time, come in and try your luck. Any soft serve that weighs exactly 16 ounces is free. Monster Shakes in Palm Springs and Cathedral City facing the Mary Pickford. Franchise opportunities available too. Monster Shakes, a delicious mess.
In the 7th inning, Andrew Baltazar takes over, and it's about as comfortable a spot you can be. A 13-run lead, 16-3 over the Alameda Anchors. I'm Stephen Buxton, joined by Ethan Oliveris, and it's going to be 9-1-2 due up. Robbie Fintland that starts it off for the Anchors.
Yeah, Baltazar coming in to replace Crawford, his final line. 6 innings pitched, 5 hits, 4 Ks, 2 walks on 3 earned runs. So another beautiful starting nod from Crawford.
So fantastic work from Crawford. Baltazar just going to bridge his way to a potential win number 18 for the Power. And the first pitch, a big hack. And it's strike 1 for Fintland. He's 1 for 2 today. And scored on a single in the 3rd.
Baltazar now looking for his 3rd straight appearance where he does not allow a run. His last run came on June 17th against the Santa Clarita Victory.
So for Baltazar, it's been pretty solid work. It's a tough, unsightly 5.62 ERA, but in 7 innings, or in 7 games, he's only allowed a run in 2 of them. He's been one of the more reliable arms out of the Power bullpen, and he's worked himself up a track record after a really solid performance last season. He's ahead 1-2 here to Fintland. On the ground to Caden Richards. He'll take that, and an off-balance throw pops out of the glove of Hasso. So E3 allows the runner to reach. And what looked like a really solid play from Richards to be able to gun down a fantastic runner in Fintland just pops out of the glove, maybe off the heel of the glove of Alex Hasso. So now Diego Delventhal has a runner on.
Yeah, Baltazar, a big strikeout guy. Surprising there that Fintland even got it. Baltazar coming in on 15 strikeouts in 8 innings this season.
First pitch, 86 at the top of the zone, strike 1.
Gonna see a firm fastball, some slow breaking stuff to get those hitters out in front, and exactly what he did. He did his job against Fintland, just couldn't collect out there, his defense.
0-1, goes back to the heater, but that one just a touch above the plate. I talked to Andrew before the game, and I asked, really, what are the plans after this summer because he did graduate from New Mexico Highlands, and he said he's just looking to get a chance at professional baseball. It doesn't matter where it is, how it is. He said he's willing to go just about everywhere, whether it's an independent league, whether it's overseas. He even mentioned the possibility of playing in Mexico. The big righty had some solid numbers in one of the toughest conferences to pitch in Division II baseball. And his time in Palm Springs has been very productive. 1-2. Goes to the slider, but it's downstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out here. Runner on first is Robbie Finland. Swing and a miss. Ethan, you mentioned the strikeout stuff for Baltazar. A fastball right down the middle, and he just blew it by him.
Yeah, there it is. You're expecting at least one a game from Baltazar. He has collected a strikeout in every appearance so far this season. And you can add on to it with this appearance tonight as well.
Now it's Jack Guevara, or Guevara, who fouls it off. Guevara 1 for 2, but had a sacrifice bunt in the third that got the scoring started. It moved Finland and Delventhal over to second and third. And after that, 3 straight RBI singles recorded the only runs of the day for the Anchors. 0-1 pitch. On a line into center field that's going to land in front of Sanchez. And Finland will stay at second, so 2 on now for Evan Furwici.
Yeah, good job there. Guevara, if you want to hit Baltazar around, you got to get to that fastball and that one in on the hands, just enough to power through into center field.
And we mentioned earlier in the broadcast that this is a young team. This is a really young team. For the Anchors, their first couple of games, when they lost their first 3, they actually didn't play those 3 at full force against Reading because the majority of their pitchers were either graduating or still playing, whether it was collegiately or wherever they were playing. So they hadn't made it in town yet. So this is now a full force Anchors team. But I got an email from their owner and GM, Tony Sacacci, and he basically gave me a rundown of this team, and he mentioned that he's really excited for them to come in town and face the Power because this is, in reality, the best test that this team is going to see all season. 0-2 pitch to Furwici. Fouls it off.
Well, they've definitely been tested here tonight with the Power putting up 16 runs, and we're not through the 7th yet.
But there's been spots in the lineup that you've got some things to be excited about. You've seen Jet Guevara go for 2 for 3 so far and a productive sacrifice bunt. Evan Furwici's reached twice. Honinger has yet to be retired. So,
and they had that nice 3-run inning, too, in the back in the third against Crawford, who we've mentioned has been lights out.
So far the Power stifling against them, but you can find things that you can really lean on and be excited for this Anchors team. Fastball inside, ball 1. It's an Anchors team that really prides themselves on developing players. And right now, again, a lot of guys young in their collegiate career. As that one skied in the air just behind the infield. Valenzuela will step back and record the second out. We've got 2 down. Now it's Grant Honinger. Honinger, again, yet to be retired. He's 1 for 2 so far, but reached on the fielder's choice in the 5th. Stole second, but was retired or was stranded there. Baltazar doesn't want him to reach here. He's got 2 on and 2 outs. The best chance that the Anchors have had since the 3rd, really.
To actually be Kevin Kroom. This is Kroom's second at-bat. He came in the last at-bat, fielder's choice. Grounded out to the pitcher Crawford when he was in.
So Honinger officially 1 for 1 with a walk and an RBI single. Kroom 0 for 1, but did reach. 1-1 pitch. Ties him up. It's 1-2 now. After Kroom, it'll be Miles Mino, then Mitch Nelson. Again, Baltazar not trying to get there, though. He's got Cam Whitty warming up in the bullpen. And that one right back at Baltazar off his glove. Bianchino with a spinning throw down to first, but it's not in time. An infield single for Kroom.
Good thing Baltazar got a glove up or something. Look, it seemed that one hit off the glove. That one was a rocket right back at Baltazar.
73 miles an hour
There's
off
no
the
shot
bat.
73. That's the lie.
A new definition of hard hit balls by
Did you see?
Ethan Olivares.
There's no way that was hit 73 miles per hour off the bat. That TrackMan is a liar.
Ethan versus
anyone who has
technology.
Anyone who has eyes knows that was not hit 73. We need a new TrackMan then. If that was hit 73, we're placing an order for a new TrackMan.
Called strike one. Again,
No
folks,
shot.
you're hearing it. Ethan Olivares fighting against the several $1,000 piece of technology.
No shot. My eyes work.
0-1. Outside, 1-1. So the base is loaded, and 2 outs. Again, the best opportunity the Anchors have had since the third. That's the only inning where they've scored. They put up 3. 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball called strike 2, and by the Ethan Olivares metric, that one must have been 106.
All right, now we're just playing around.
1-2 pitch.
Yeah, give him okay. How about that?
Swing and a miss. Couple strikeouts for Andrew Baltazar. To the bottom of the 7th we go. We'll stretch. It's 16-3.
Think of the highest quality you can imagine. Now, think higher.
Hamburgers, all about.
Thank you for calling the sandwich spot. Is this a sandwich emergency? It's a sandwich emergency!
Great sandwiches made with love. The Sandwich Spot. Love all, eat all. Located in downtown Palm Springs inside of the Henry Frank Arcade.
Jessup Auto Plaza has been proudly serving the Coachella Valley since 1938 as your trusted family-owned auto destination. Now, electrify your drive with the Valley's most extensive range of electric vehicles. Drive the Chevrolet Blazer, Equinox, Silverado, the powerful GMC Hummer, Sierra, and the distinctive Cadillac Lyriq. Silent power, bold performance. Electrify your drive. Jessup Auto Plaza. Since 1938, the EV brands you love, the family you trust.
Bottom of the 7th inning here in Palm Springs Stadium. AJ Bianchina stepping up, and there might have to be a bit of a delay because our very own Steve Friere is absolutely feeling it, singing Sweet Caroline. First pitch is a called strike to Bianchina. He's 2 for 2. He's singled and scored twice. And Steve has got the fans fired up here. Everyone's singing Sweet Caroline. And everyone should be in a good mood. 16-3 the score. Carter McMasters just trying to get this Anchors bullpen to the late innings. 2-1 the count on Bianchina.
Well, Bianchina has been a tough out, Bucks. You mentioned 2 for 2 since coming in this game. Both runs came to score.
Fouls that off. It's 2-2 now. So Baltazar took down the 7th put up another 0. This Power staff has been fantastic so far today. And it looks like he might be going out again. Pitch in the dirt, but they're going to say that Bianchino went around. So called strike 3 there. And now it's Blake Browning pinch hitting for Alex Hasso. So this is going to make things interesting as far as the defensive substitutions go. Blake Browning taking over for Alex Hasso. To my knowledge, and I might be wrong, I don't think Blake Browning has ever played the infield in his life.
I think I'm going to check you on that. I'm pretty sure Browning has been in at first base, coming in as a replacement a couple times.
I might be wrong, but I just haven't seen it.
Well, I guess we'll see if he goes out on the field.
First pitch, a curveball, called strike 1. The only reason I'm willing to go out on this limb is because I've seen the guy play baseball since he was about 7 years old, playing for the PDYSA Tigers in 2008 or 2009. I think that's what, right around when you were born?
I was born in 2005, bucko.
1-1 pitch to Browning. Above the zone.
Well, on our roster sheet, Blake Browning is listed as position outfield. That's all it says. Doesn't say utility. Doesn't say infield. But I'm pretty sure I've seen Blake Browning.
2-1 pitch to Browning. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2 now. I'll just say, between Little League and his time at Xavier Prep and last summer in the PSCL, I've never seen him in the infield. 2-2 in the dirt, and the count is full. But he's a guy who's a fun player to watch. When he puts the ball in play, it's usually a really hard-hit ball, much harder than 73 miles an hour off the bat. He's got a cannon for an arm, and we saw him most recently in a showcase here at Palm Springs Stadium the other day. Gets under that, hits it a mile in the air, and ranging all the way from short.
Wow.
Furuichi picks that up about halfway to first.
I have no idea why the shortstop, he caught that towards his second base side. It would have been easier play. The second baseman would have just stayed there camped underneath it.
I mean, Furuichi was borderline camping out in right field at that point.
That was a far run for a shortstop. Hey, you got to listen to those shortstop center fielders. Got full control out there.
And it looks like we've got another pinch hitter today. Blake Mitchell goes the other way, and in his power debut, he's got a hit. Along the left field line, he's going for 2, and the ball is misplayed. Mitchell going for 3 and standing. Blake Mitchell, welcome to the Power. He's got a triple.
You gotta love that one, Bucks. Like you mentioned, he just came in today. I actually escorted him to the home locker room today. I seen him looking out, asking if he needs some help for the locker room. He said, yeah, I'm coming in. It's my first game tonight. How about that? Pinch hit triple in the 7th.
So Casey Dill going to the bench right now. Ben Wade taking over for Amari Conley.
All right, Bucks. Okay, now you might be right. Blake Browning might not even be playing first base. There's so many substitutions now where the defense is going to be absolutely changed.
I am willing to bet Blake Browning will be in left field. 1-0 pitch is up high. It's ball 2. Wade has got sparingly with the Power. He's mostly played with the Lumberjacks in the PSCL, but when he's got his chances, he's made the most. That one on the ground is short, and Mitchell was trying to score, but Wade just can't beat that out. So 6-3 the putout, and we're through 7. Power up by 13. We'll be right back after this break.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit Agua Caliente AguaCalienteCasinos.com.
Across the Coachella Valley, you'll find our communities powered by short-term rentals. These rentals bring visitors and dollars to the region. Whether attending events, checking out the art scene, or dining at restaurants, when they spend money, we all score. The nearly $1 billion impact of short-term vacation rentals generates tax revenues that fund police, firefighters, education, and many other programs that improve our daily lives. To learn why short-term rentals are a grand slam for the home team, visit onecv.org.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Here in the 8th inning, some defensive substitutions for the Power. Gino Bianco is going to take over at first base. Blake Browning taking over in left field, and in right will be Blake Mitchell. First pitch of the 8th is a strike to Mitch Nelson. Andrew Baltazar back on the mound. Second inning of work out of the bullpen. And working quickly here, fires in another fastball, and that one's fouled off. 0-2 now. Again, for the Power, on the back of a fantastic pitching effort by Tyler Crawford, 6 innings of just 3-run ball, kept the Anchors off the board in all but 1 inning. He's in line for the win right now. They've turned it over to Baltazar since, and aside from the 2 hits, he's been pretty lights out.
And he's looking to pick up his 3rd punch out of the game.
1-2 pitch from Baltazar. Slider below the zone, and it's ball 2. It's around the time in the game where you start to see the Power go to different arms, go to different guys who just need to get a couple at-bats in. And right now you're seeing that a couple of defensive substitutions, probably see a few more for the 9th. Pop up into center field. Sanchez will call everyone off and take the first out.
Nice start there from Baltazar. Got in a little bit of jam, had the bases full last inning. Was able to get out of it. No harm, no foul in this one. Retires the leadoff batter.
Now it's Carson Sanders, who's been catching since taking over for Cam Ingberg. 0 for 1. He popped up to Brett Williams. Sanders with 1 out here in the 8th. Lines that one on the ground. A diving stop by Valenzuela. The throw is not in time. Looked like it might have pulled Gino Bianco off the bag, but either way, it looked like there's a chance that Sanders was going to beat that out, but a great effort by Valenzuela.
Yeah, nice diving play up the middle, and if Sanders was just a little bit slower, maybe by a step or two, we'd have been talking about the El Paseo Jewelers web gem. We would have heard that call over our PA, Mike.
Bennett Johnson coming up now, 1 out and a runner on. Baltazar looking for a ground ball here. He'll go with a slider for a called strike 1. We've seen a lot of the slider out of Baltazar's hands so far. It's his main breaking pitch, and man, is it a good one. About a foot of horizontal break, and it's basically flat. It does not drop really at all. Then he dials it up to that mid to upper 80s fastball, and it's a lethal combination that strikes out batters at one of the higher rates on this team. 1-1 pitch. Off the hands, foul. For the Power, they've not necessarily got the opportunity to put their affairs in order, but they can try and line things up so that they're fully set for tomorrow, and not just for tomorrow, but for this weekend. They've got a game on Friday, but most importantly, the All-Star game on 4th of July against the PSCL. And the Power are going to be going up against a lineup that throws every bullet possible at them. And they're going to need every arm possible. Right now, Baltazar giving them enough length to at least save one, as that one's flared into right field. Coming in is Mitchell, and he'll make that catch on the run. Look down to Bianco for a chance to possibly double up Sanders, but he was back at first in time.
Nice job by Baltazar. Continue to attack the zone. That's what you love to see from your relief guys, to continue to back up an excellent starting performance from the starter Crawford.
So to keep the line moving for Robbie Finland, and out of all of the guys in that bottom half of this Anchors lineup, Finland's really the only one who doesn't have an unsightly line. Between Miles Mino, Mitch Nelson, Imbergen Sanders, and Bennett Johnson, those guys have only reached base combined twice. Finland has reached base twice and scored once. So it's part of the lineup that the Power have feasted on. Finland's done his best to turn it over to the top.
That's usually a good day, too, as well, when the bottom of the half of the lineup, when they don't reach base, it's always good because, you got to think about them this way. Those guys reach base, and then now there's runners in scoring position probably for the top half heavy hitters of a lineup.
Finland gets under it and pops it foul, and it looks like there's going to be a sub at the top of that lineup. Taking over for Delventhal, it's Junior Mallon. 2-1 pitch is above the zone. It's 3-1. Delventhal reached twice today. He got a hit and walked, scored once. So Mallon's on deck, and again, it looks like he's going to be taken over. Swing and a miss there. It's a 3-2 count. 2 outs. The runner on first is Sanders. In the bottom of the 8th, the Power will have Valenzuela, Hurtado, and Sanchez due up. Payoff pitch. Called strike 3. So another strikeout for Andrew Baltazar. To the bottom of the 8th we go. Power looking to extend a 13-run lead. They're 3 defensive outs away from win number 18.
Quality first is quite a philosophy to live by. But world-class ingredients are the foundation of great meals. And we wouldn't have it any other way. At Kaiser Grill in downtown Palm Springs, we believe you deserve the best. So whether it's dinner for 2 or a celebration with 200 friends, quality is our promise to you. Because quality is king. Quality is Kaiser.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Ramon Valenzuela leads us off here in the 8th in a 13-run game. Connor McMasters now providing about as much bulk as you can ask for a guy who's not even listed as a pitcher. And frankly, it seems like the Anchors are just going into survival mode to preserve the pen for a game tomorrow. And McMasters has done admirably so far. 2-0 the count, and Ethan, so far, the guy who's not listed as a pitcher has put up a couple of zeros and really kept this power lineup in check. Again, he hasn't necessarily kept them off the bases, but just 2 base runners against him, and it's been fantastic work to really, again, preserve this pen.
Yeah, he's coming in now. This is his 4th inning in relief already, if I'm not mistaken. And he's done a good job of at least throwing strikes, keeping them in the, maybe the ball game was already done before he came in, but good work to keep pounding the zone.
Had a bit of a rocky 5th, allowed 2 runs, but since then, 2 scoreless. And right now, here's Derek Hurtado. Walked in, reached second in the 6th, but was stranded there. He's got Valenzuela at first. And trying to put up another number for the Power. They're not going to need much, though. 16 runs on the day, 18 hits. An all-around offensive performance that these guys can really be proud of. 3 games in a row, putting up 12+. And after taking it to the Mavericks, they took it to the Halos earlier last week. It's an offense that's off and rolling, and with only about 2 weeks left to play before the CPCL playoffs, you got to be feeling that this is a team that's ready. The 3-time reigning champs trying to defend that belt, trying to defend that title, and possibly celebrate at home for the 2nd year in a row.
For the Power, you just hope that you could keep this momentum rolling long enough. Oftentimes, if you're them, you're probably thinking, oh, playoffs now. We want the playoffs now. But because oftentimes you maybe think, can this continue to keep on lasting forward? They still have about 2 weeks or so before playoffs start.
1-2 the count. Gene Bianco on deck, taking over for Jaden Sanchez's spot. And you said it, everyone pretty much would say, hey, if the playoffs started today, we'd be happy. As that one's fouled up, Sam Egan is screaming next to us because that thing was coming right at us.
And, Bucks, I still want to let you know it's been 3 weeks now, and I still have not got a ball that I've been asking for here to come in the booth. I'm still waiting for one to land up here. I've had a couple close, even happened in the PSCL League, too.
I mean, folks, we were about to see Sam's best Zach Hampel impression. As that one is in the dirt, but Hurtado couldn't hold up. He's going to go down on strikes. 1 down here in the 8th. Now it's Gino Bianco. Bianco plays in the mornings and the PSCL with the Haymakers, primarily their first baseman. And Ethan, he's a guy who he's got some pop. He's a really fun player to watch.
Yeah, and we'll see here. We've seen him be up with the Power, and that is going to give that one to a ride, and it's going to fall short.
Bianco sends a charge into that one. It might be one of the hardest hit balls of the night. 363 feet out to dead center, but it's going to fall in the glove of the center fielder, Nelson. So now Brett Williams with 2 down.
Yeah, maybe just the wrong spot to hit that one. Hit that ball to right field, it might have a little bit more carry and sneak over.
You see some of that pop, a big reason why that ball wasn't going to go down for a hit. Almost 36-degree launch angle, and the ball went about a mile in the air. First pitch to Williams is outside, ball 1. Williams, one of just 3 starters to still be in this game. And so far, hasn't given any reason to get pulled. 2 for 5 on the day, and lines that one up the middle. Is it going to get down? It will. So the 3rd hit of the day for Brett Williams. Sends Valenzuela to 3rd, so now it's runners on the corners for Caden Richards.
Yeah, great job to see Williams pick up his 3rd hit of the night. Looked like it was about to be a fantastic night after picking up hits in the 1st and 2nd inning and kind of went silent there in the middle half, but gets one down. Maybe the wind helping that one knock that one down to find some grass.
Caden Richards 1 for 5 tonight, but made that one count. A ringing double off the right center field wall. A ball that nearly went out, and he watches strike 1 at the top of the zone. Bianchina on deck, but McMaster's just trying to send his bats back to the plate.
Richards on the night, too. Only one hit. He's 1 for 5 with the double.
It'll be 1, 2, and 3 due up for the Anchors. It'll be Junior Mallon and then Jack Guevara and Evan Farici. 2-1 the count on Caden Richards. 2 outs. Runner on first is Valenzuela. Richards watches strike 2. And looks like there's another pitcher warming up in the pen right now. It was Cam Whitty for a while, but right now it looks like Isaac Sanchez getting loose. 2-2 pitch. Richards gets under it off the hands above the infield. Farici will range in and collect that on the infield grass. So to the 9th we go. The Power turn into the pen once more. They've got a 13-run lead, and they're 3 outs away from win number 18. We'll be right back.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Welcome back, top of the 9th here in Palm Springs, and by the score you would think it's something like Rutgers beating up on Pitt in football. But right now, it's the Palm Springs Power taking it to the Alameda Anchors. 16-3 the score. And a first pitch ball out of the hand of Isaac Sanchez. Sporting a 1.12 ERA on this season. Ethan, he's been fantastic.
Yeah, and Isaac Sanchez looking here to close the game out. Won't have a save opportunity here as due to the Power leading 16-3.
Broken bat, there's some firewood going to Sanchez, and that one's going to tail foul.
But Sanchez, this is his 7th appearance on the season. Has pitched in eight innings, given up 3 runs, 1 earned. So coming in with a 1.12 ERA, 7 strikeouts on 3 walks.
And the thing that's most impressive for a young arm like Isaac Sanchez, out of College of the Desert, with a 1-2 count, he's only walked 3 batters in his 7 appearances. He struck out 7, and right now he lets the count even up at 2. Junior Mallon taking over for Diego Devlenthal, and he pops that one up to Caden Richards.
Nice play.
Throw down to first, and a nice play by Caden Richards. You said it, Ethan.
Yeah, that one was ranging foul. Richards wanted to cut it off before it got foul, and he had to deliver a dart over there, especially coming in and almost towards his dugout. That's not an easy throw to make.
So after Mallon, now it's Jed Guevara. And there's going to be a little bit of a delay here. Looks like Sanchez wanted a new baseball. So the chipping champion himself, Alex Oliver, walking around, he doesn't have the green jacket anymore. Looks like he's going to get a couple foul balls right now. But with one out, Jed Guevara hits that on the ground to second base. Bianchina makes quick work of it. 2 down in the ninth.
Yeah, you got to love the pace that Sanchez is working on. He's looking to get out of here early.
And the Power in no rush necessarily to get out of here, but they'll be happy when they do. 16-3 the score with just 1 out to go. Now it's Evan Ferrucci. And up next, here's what we've got on deck. Power will take on the Anchors tomorrow. That'll be at 7 o'clock. It'll be Wild Wednesday with discounted margaritas at the concession stand. And then after that, get ready for the weekend. The California Rush coming into town. That should be a fun out-of-conference game. And then the day everyone's been waiting for, the PSCL All-Star Game on July 4th. First pitch will be at 6 o'clock, and for anyone wanting to join, you're going to want to get here early. The stands fill up very quickly, and if you're looking for shade, the stands down the third base side fill up even faster. So 1-1 count on Evan Ferrucci. He's reached twice today. He's got a hit. He's 1 for 4. 2-1 count now. And that 4th of July marks the end of the PSCL regular season. Right after that, they'll go into the playoffs. That'll be from the 5th to the 7th. Ethan, you and I will be for that, we'll be here for that, and that pretty much marks the start to the playoff chase for the Power. On the ground to short, Valenzuela gobbles it up, throw down to first, and that's the ball game. The Power win it 16-3. The final score. The winning pitcher is Tyler Crawford. Again, 6 innings of 3-run ball. He was fantastic. He'll take home another win, his second in as many appearances. And the loss is going to go to Maceo Rose. It was just one of those nights for the Alameda Anchors. The first 2 pitchers come in and allow a combined 14 runs. But Colin McMasters, for the Anchors, they got to be happy about how he performed. 5 innings out of the bullpen and just allows the 2 runs, keeps his team pretty much right where it was. So overall, there's a couple spots in the lineup they can be excited about, but really just a game that they're gonna put aside and go on to the next one. But for the Power, overall, from top to bottom of the lineup, I mean, you can look at Owen Michelson, who reached his first 2 times and scored. Jaden Sanchez got 4 hits. Brett Williams did well. And overall, everyone in the lineup reached. Even Caden Richards had that double in the 5th. But for myself, that's all we got today. 16-3 the final score. The Power move on to 18-3. And they'll move on to, or they'll extend their lead, or they'll keep their lead in the CPCL to 12-2 in first place, and they'll move on to play the Anchors tomorrow. That'll be at 7 o'clock, and we'll see you here at Palm Springs. Pregame will get started about 6:45, 6:50. But for myself, for Ethan Oliveris, for our producers and statisticians, thank you all for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow here at Palm Springs Stadium.